Have you been having troubles properly applying Teflon, don't know which direction to go? Or maybe you've had some leaks after because you're only using Teflon, maybe somebody told you that? Well, in this video, we're going to be showing you which direction, how to properly apply the Teflon, and then also why and how to put on dough. Let's get into this video. Hey, so if you're new to this channel, my name is Karsten, and we're the Plumbing Gurus. And on this channel, all we want to do is try to save you money and keep you informed on all the proper plumbing practices. So before you go ahead and call a plumber, maybe consider watching more of our videos so we can teach you how to do it yourself to save some money and maybe even impress your significant other. Let's jump into this. Alright, so now we're going to be showing you guys how to properly Teflon and put the dope on. Make sure you don't have any leaks. If you guys are getting any value out of this video, maybe consider hitting that like button and smash the subscribe button if you're even new to this channel too. So one thing I want to talk about, or there's a few things obviously with putting on Teflon tape. So biggest thing will be going clockwise around the threads. Alright, so what happens when you put the Teflon tape on counterclockwise, the Teflon, so you're putting it on counterclockwise, it's the wrong way to do it. And the reason it's the wrong way to do it is because when you go to screw your fitting onto the pipe, it's actually going to be pushing the Teflon off of the threads. And when the Teflon comes off the threads, you no longer have that seal to properly stop the water from leaking. So clockwise, super important. Next thing is the amount. A lot of people will put way too much. People think that too much is like you never have enough Teflon on there. You think it's going to make it better. It's actually not going to be good for you. You're going to want to use 2.5 to 3.5 wraps around the threads. So it doesn't matter how big or small the pipe is, 2.5 to 3.5 is kind of that golden rule for putting on Teflon tape. And then another good one is missing those first 2 threads on the pipe. So when you're doing it, you kind of want to stay back a bit and then try to miss those first 2 threads when you're doing it. So we're going to start with putting it around the pipe here, and then like I said, we're going to miss the first 2, and then we're going to kind of pull some tension. Like right now I'm kind of pulling with my right hand, pulling with my left hand, and pulling away and getting it tight. You can kind of see in there how the threads are showing, and you want to make sure it's a good tight wrap. So I'm going to do 1 wrap, 2 wraps, and then I like to just do 3, and then I'll just grab it, peel it, and then just make sure I twist it and make sure it's nice and tight on there. You see how I'm missing the first 1 to 2 threads there? That's going to be a nice joint and it's going to work real well. So the next thing we're going to want to do, now that we got our Teflon tape on there and it's properly wrapped, we're going to want to put on some pipe dope. This here is Megalock. It's really good. There is a brand called Pipe Dope and it's kind of more gray. This stuff's blue. The gray stuff, it gets on your clothes, doesn't wash off that easy, it gets in your hands, it's hard to get off. This blue stuff called Megalock, there's other brands that are just like this, but it just washes off easier. We find it's a little bit more expensive, but it works much better. So a lot of times you just want to make sure you're mixing it before you do it, because there's a bunch of oil in there, so you want to mix it up to make sure that you're getting it all good. So this is what it's going to look like. We'll clean it off just like a paintbrush. You don't need too much on there. Just a nice good layer. And then what I do is I just paint it on there and I'll spin the pipe. If you're doing it where it's a situation where the pipe is already solid, you'll just want to kind of wrap it around like this, and then make sure that you're getting it. In case that you're in a situation where you can't kind of spin it and do it like this, sometimes it's going to be solid, it's going to be attached to something, and you're not going to be able to really spin it. And you've already put the Teflon on, and then you want to dope it. So you're just going to make sure you get an even layer and paint it all the way around. You want to try your best to miss those first 2 threads too, but sometimes it's not going to be perfect, but just try your best to miss those. So this is a very, very important step to not having leaks. A lot of times I've seen lots of people do it. People still to this day, they swear to me, oh, you only need tape, or you only need tape, or you only need dope. I don't believe any of that, because I've seen lots of people have leaks with just using one or the other, especially on pressured water, like you have like 60, 80 psi. If you're just doing like gas, like we'll still use yellow Teflon and dope. But sometimes there's scenarios where you could just use tape and probably not gonna have a leak, because gas pressure in a house is only like 1/4 psi, which isn't very much. So if you're doing any kind of pressured water, I highly recommend having Teflon and dope and assuring there's no leaks, and then when you're screwing it in and doing it, we always like to clean it off after with a rag or something like that, because you don't want to have it look like a mess or anything. So to make it look professional, like you know what you're doing, you want to do all these steps that we've done here, and you're going to have some serious skills on how to Teflon and dope. Well guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys got something out of this video. If you haven't already, like I said before, if you're new to this channel, maybe smash the subscribe button, hit the like button if you got some value out of this, and leave any comments, any questions, leave them below. And guess what? We're going to see you on the next one.